Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tail of the tape. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. She's 5'5" tall with a reach of 66.1 inches. And she'll be facing Heather Hardy, 5'5" tall with a reach of 64 inches.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Katie Taylor, one of the best to ever do it, fighting out of Ireland. Here comes the pride of Brooklyn, New York. It's Heather Hardy, a fighter known for her relentless aggression and very positive attitude.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and now, from Bray, Ireland, here is a two-division, undisputed champion of the world, introducing simply the best, Katie Taylor. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, presenting the WBO featherweight champion of the world, introducing Heather, the Heat Hardy.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. So here we go. Should be a good one. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Nice counter shot by her. The jab not finding its target. Swing and a miss with the hook. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
That counter shot lands. The counter lands. Just missed with that jab. She misses with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch right up the middle. She wasn't ready for that counter. A straight right just misses. To be careful. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Now you're switching off. Let's go out there. Let's reset. And then the body, just keep it going. Stay on top of her, and she won't be able to get a bad round. We have bad rounds. That's fine. We don't care. We'll get that classy. All we need to do is add a bit of variation, and she won't have a clue what's going on. Stay one step ahead, and you will stay on top. I don't want to load up, okay? Don't think about each shot. That's a terrible round. So come on. The way you want that. Get her in the corner, beat her. That's where we're going to win. You're much better. She's not even in your league. Come on. She is shattered. Take advantage. Keep pushing. You're on the offensive. Back on her this round.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
You're already doing great. Just to get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab.
And there's the bell for round 2. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Stamina is off the charts. They exchange punches. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That hook doesn't score. The straight right just misses. She catches and counters. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Well, that's some beautiful boxing there. Your jabs are slick. You're starting to suss out
You to get back out there and switch on. You
combos we've worked on. Those 1-2 and then a body. Just keep it going. Stay on top of her and she won't be able to get a foot in this game. I don't want you to load up, okay? Don't think about each.
get focused, get your mind back on
Her where you want her. Get her in the corner, beat her. That's where we're going to
the round. You've done all the way.
She is shattered. Take advantage. Keep pushing. You're on the offensive.
Switch on. Get this boxing back together.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Just do what you're doing. You're already doing great.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job.
Let's get it started in round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. And right back into the fray.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. That left hook missed. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Punch, counter punch. Good counter shot by her. Katie Taylor in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Better than that. You let her back into two and then her body, just keep it going, stay on top of her and she won't go back. Helps. We need to win the next one. So when you think about each shot one at a time, we need to set her up. So just keep her moving, get her where you want her. Get her in the corner, beat her. That's where we're going to win. Basically, you just keep going. She's out. Go back, win the round. It's only one round that you've lost. Advantage. Keep pushing. You're on the offensive now. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your muscle. Okay, so just keep that up. Keep that going. Don't forget the jab and don't get... You've done all of your work.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
And switch on. You got this. You can do this. I've seen...
Here we go to the fourth round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Back and forth they go. Good counter punching. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you just think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
She scores with that counter. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Nice counter. She got clipped by that counter. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Better than that. Isn't worked on. Those 1, 2 and then a body. Just keep it going. We're going to forget that one. It was a bad round. We have bad rounds. That's fine. She's starting to understand what's going on now, so all we need to do is add a bit of variation because she won't have a clue what's going on. Stay one step ahead and you will stay on top. I don't want to load up in the game. That's a terrible round. That's a terrible. Just keep her moving, get her where you want her. Get her in the corner. Much better than this girl. You're much better. She's not even in your league. You can see her now. Look straight across. She is shattered. Take advantage. Back together and put it back on her this
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Add a bit of variation. And I need you to win this round. So get your mind back. Get your focus back.
Back into the fray here in round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Missing with that jab. A straight right just misses. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Did not score. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Are you doing? You've done all of what you do, so stay one step ahead and we will win. And use it. Switch on. Get this boxing focused. Do what you're doing. You're already doing great. Just keep it going. Mix it up. She's starting to understand what's going on now, so all we need to do is add a bit of variation because she won't have a clue what's going on. Focused. Get your mind back on the job like we trust. You've got to keep doing this, okay? Keep going. You're loading the shots, but you're not missing. You've done all the way through. So get carried away. Think about the defense and the end of what you do, so stay one step ahead. Get this boxing back together and show her.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Starting to suss out what's going on, so all we need to do now. That's a terrible round. That's a terrible round. So come on.
There's the bell for round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Beautiful counter shot. Misses with the jab. Caution being thrown to the wind. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch. She got clipped by that counter. That uppercut doesn't land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about the heat. Heather Hardy in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Set her up, so just keep her moving. Okay. You've done all of your work, all through camp. Okay, so you just keep going. She's absolutely shattered. You can see her now. Look, step back out there and switch on.
You got this.
Defensive now. Mix it up. She's starting to understand what's going on now, so all we need to do is add a bit of variation, but she won't have a clue what's going on. Stay one step ahead, and you will stay on top.
Mind back on the job, get back out there, and win the round.
But you're not missing your powers, okay? So just keep that up, keep that going.
To go back out there, and I need you to win this round. To get your mind back,
You do, so stay one step ahead, and we will win. She's
back, and just box her. Just be
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Win the round. It's only one round that you've lost, so don't even worry about it. Cut.
And there's the bell for round 7. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? They're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about the heat. Heather Hardy in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
So you just keep going. She's absolutely shattered. You can see her now. Look straight across.
That's her round. Now I need you to go back out. I need you to win.
Mix it up. She's starting to understand what's going on now, so all we need to do is add a bit of variation, but she won't have a clue what's going on. Stay one step ahead, and you will stay on top.
But don't give her an inch. Go back, win the round.
You're not missing your powers, okay? So just keep that up, keep that going.
Don't go there. Let's reset. Let's change what we're doing.
We're going to forget that one. So stay one step ahead, and we will win. She's flustered.
We get back up, and we go back out there.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
That's her round. Now I need you to go back out. I need you to win the next one.
And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, pressed right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be...
And down goes Heather Hardy. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been her best round for sure. Let's talk about the heat. Heather Hardy in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Then that's beat her. That's where we're going to win. Okay, so you just keep going. She's absolutely here and blow it now. So I need you to get back out there and keep pushing. You're on the offensive now. Great work. I love that. Some beautiful boxing there. Your jabs are slick. She's starting to suss out what's going on. So all we need to do now, mix it up and we'll stay on top.
To win this one. So get your mind back, get your focus.
Just keep it going. Stay on top of her and she won't be able to get the foot.
Just box her. Just be smart. Just get your shots off.
All we need to do is add a bit of variation that she won't have a clue what's going on. Stay one step.
It's only one round that you've lost. So don't.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up. You get a breather.
Back in the game. That's a terrible round. That's a terrible round.
There's the bell to start round 9. Well, the corner can do whatever they want to try and motivate their fighter to get back into this. But it all boils down to her, Johnny. Does she have the heart, the will, the desire, the strength to turn this around?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The straight right just misses. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Trying to land that jab. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
What are you doing? You're starting to make mistakes.
There, your jabs are slick. You're starting to suss out what's going on. So all we need to do,
Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out.
those 1-2 and then a body. Just keep it going. Stay on top of her, and she won't be able to get the foot in this game. Just got to keep doing this, okay? Keep going. You're loading your shots, but you're not missing.
Get this boxing back together and show her.
And don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what you do, so stay off.
I need you to switch back on.
And work out what's going on. Just go back in, stay focused, do what you do.
Trained. Get back out there and win the round.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action.
One at a time, we need to set her up. So
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out.
And there's the bell for round 10. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Nice Nice counter shot by her. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
The straight right just misses. Perfect counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Incredible work rate. Beautiful counter punch. Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. And now they're right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? So time back in. Let's keep fighting. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time. A unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there. But you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.